Welcome to Thunder Force 3. This is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up developed and published by Technosoft and released on the Sega Genesis in 1990. In this game, you control a spaceship codenamed Styx, and you are leading the charge against an evil galactic empire called the Orn Empire. And the Orn Empire has taken over a handful of planets within a solar system that is governed mostly by an organization called the Galaxy Federation. The Galaxy Federation have been at war with the Orn Empire for quite some time now, and I'm not entirely sure what the plots of the original Thunder Force or Thunder Force 2 are, but in the third game specifically, you are taking the fight directly to the Orn Empire. You have to travel to 5 different planets in order to destroy a variety of cloaking devices that the Orn Empire are using to protect themselves, and then once their defenses have been lowered, you can then take the fight directly to them. There's about 8 stages in this game in total, so it actually is a pretty short game. And the stages themselves are also very short as well. I think most of the stages in this game don't last more than 5 minutes, and I think the majority of them are not even that long, actually. As in, like, they're not even 5 minutes long, they're closer to, like, maybe 3 minutes. And that doesn't really surprise me, given the fact that this is a relatively early Sega Genesis title. And this is actually a game that I had wanted to check out for quite some time now, because I had heard of the Thunder Force series in the past, but I never really knew that much about the series itself, and I'm not entirely sure how successful this series actually was. I do kind of feel like this game might have been a lot more popular in Japan than it was in North America, although a lot of the Thunder Force games did actually come out in North America, except for the original, because I think the original only ever came out in Japan. There were 5 games that were released in the Thunder Force series in total, and there hasn't been a brand new Thunder Force game in a long time, because Thunder Force 5 came out in 1997. So this series has remained dormant for a pretty long time now, and unfortunately, Technosoft are no longer in business. They actually went out of business like 2 decades ago, so it doesn't seem likely that the Thunder Force series will be revived anytime soon. But that being said, a lot of the Thunder Force games were eventually re-released on more modern platforms like the Nintendo Switch. I believe Thunder Forces 2, 3, and 4 all came out on the Switch eventually, although with Thunder Force 3 in particular, it was actually the arcade version of this game that ended up getting ported to the Switch, because there was also an arcade port of Thunder Force 3 that also came out in 1990, and that version of the game was known as Thunder Force AC. Thunder Force AC made its way to the Switch a couple of years ago, but the original console version of Thunder Force 3 did not. And something else that I find kind of weird is that Thunder Force AC also received a console port to the SNES. So basically, you have a console game that's getting ported to arcades and then getting ported back to consoles, but apparently the AC version of Thunder Force 3 was actually different from the console version. It had different features, apparently, and that was just the version that we ended up getting on the Switch. So I want to make it very clear right now that I am not terribly familiar with the Thunder Force games, and I don't really know what exactly is going on plot-wise here, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like, I'm not entirely sure what exactly happened in the first and second games, and I don't quite know what goes on in the fourth and fifth games either. But what I do know is that Thunder Force never used to be a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up series specifically, because the first 2 games actually featured top-down levels, and they were apparently a lot more open world than the later Thunder Force games were as well, so it kind of seems like the early Thunder Force games played more like Bosconian, whereas the later Thunder Force games, like Thunder Force 3, play more like Gradius, because horizontally scrolling levels were introduced in the second game, but the second game still had a variety of overhead levels that you could play as well, but in the third game, they just removed the top-down levels completely, and they just had the side-scrolling levels, and that's also the direction that Thunder Force 4 and 5 went in. So I'm just gonna get into this here, and I'm gonna play it for a little while. I do want to warn you guys ahead of time, though, that Thunder Force 3 is a very hard game, because I spent a bit of time with this game off-screen before recording it, And good god, man. This game is just like sensory overload in its purest form. It is probably one of the most chaotic shoot-'em-ups I've ever played. And I'm being completely genuine when I say that, like this game is hard as balls. Thankfully though, this game does actually allow you to start off on any level that you want. You don't actually have to play the game in a linear order. There's 5 different levels that you can choose from at the start of the game. So you can actually tackle the levels in basically any order that you want, which is a godsend for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bothered playing this game. So yeah, I'm just gonna show off some of the levels in this game, and it's gonna be a very painful time for me. Okay, like, what you're gonna see in this video is just gonna be a lot of pain and suffering. You're gonna see a man torturing himself with one of the hardest shoot-'em-ups known to mankind. But perhaps that's what you want to see, so I don't know. Let's just do this here. Okay, no, that's just a demo. Hang on, let me get out of this screen here. Okay, Thunder Force 3. Hang on. I wanna there we go. Just get the title screen back up. There we go. Thunder Force 3. And let's just select a stage then. Yeah, so there's 5 different stages that you can choose from here. You have Hydra, Ellis, Hades, Saren, and Gorgon. It seems like all of the stages are named after mythological figures. I don't know if that has any significance though. Unfortunately, you can't choose the sun that's in the center, which I'm assuming is Ornn's headquarters, but I don't actually know that for sure. This definitely reminds me of Galaxy Force 2 in a way, because in that game you could also select whichever level you wanted to start on, and you could actually go straight to the final stage of the game if you wanted to. So definitely reminiscent of Galaxy Force 2, and I'm glad that it does give me that sort of freedom. Certainly feels a bit non-linear, or a bit more non-linear than some other shoot-'em-ups I've played before. So stage Hydra, target Gargoyle, weak point is his stomach, mission level is normal. I'm pretty sure there is a way that you can change the difficulty of the game, but I don't actually know for sure. Or like, I don't know how to do that exactly, because I can't seem to find an options menu in the game, but whatever, that doesn't matter. Okay, so there's a lot of things happening. I picked up a letter F. It allows you to shoot missiles that run across the ground, apparently, and also across the walls. That's kinda cool. I don't know if any of these weapons have, like, official names. This is an L, which just increases this laser right here, but it can fire backwards, though, which is, pretty great for us, actually, because there are some enemies that do come at us backwards, or from, like, the, other side of the screen, or they, like, attack us from the other side of the screen. So the things that I picked up that are orbiting around my ship right now are called claws, and claws basically function as like orbitals, and they also act as a shield for your ship as well. They can actually absorb enemy bullets for you. Something that I do need to tell you though is that you can actually crash into walls in this game. This is not one of those shoot-'em-ups where walls act as solid objects. Well, I mean, they do act as solid objects, but they also act as objects that can kill you if you crash into them, which is obviously not a good thing. So you want to try and avoid that at all costs if you possibly can. Something else that I also want to mention as well is that if you end up dying, whichever weapon you were using will be lost. Unless it's one of the default weapons, of course. Like, you'll see that you have... Okay, well, I just freaking died because I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, getting attacked by a bunch of wasps, by the way. They just fire big-ass missiles at me. That's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, so you have 2 default weapons here, which is a red laser and a blue laser. So you fire 2 laser beams at a single time when you have the red laser, and then this blue laser beam, the one that's like charged up right here, yeah, this one actually fires backwards. And okay, well, it's downgraded now because I actually died. Actually, this is the boss of level 1 right here, by the way. So yeah, you gotta attack this guy in the stomach, which I'm gonna attempt to do right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, hang on a second. Oh wait, no, I can't actually move around here. What am I doing here? Hang on a second. I gotta like concentrate here for just a little bit. Gotta kill this guy in the... I was gonna say kill this guy in the stomach. I don't know how to speak English, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, dude. Okay. So there's also something that I need to mention about the actual speed of your ship as well. I'm gonna talk about that in just a second. Hang on a minute. I actually do need to concentrate here. Please? I'm attacking him in the stomach. Okay, how in the world did that kill me? what is the hitbox on that exactly? Okay, well, unfortunately, this is actually one of those games where, you are gonna have to go back all the way to the start if you do end up losing all your lives. But that's okay for us, though, because I actually did get this missile back. Okay, well, it does give me the opportunity to talk about some other mechanics in this game. So, you can adjust the speed of your ship as well, and there's four different settings on your ship, in terms of, like, how fast it can move. So there's, like, 4 different speeds. I'm just straight up not even paying attention at this point. But yes, there's 4 different speeds that you can adjust your ship to. They will definitely be useful in some situations. I personally like to have it at a speed of 3, though, because I feel like it's, you know, I can move around just enough, or like I'm, well, yeah, my ship is swift enough that it feels like I can move around pretty easily while not, like, accidentally crashing into everything. But there are some situations where you might want to use a slower speed, or a faster speed in some cases, like when you're trying to avoid, certain obstacles. Because, I mean, the levels themselves don't wait around for you at all. God, I'm just getting killed by things that I can't even see. Okay, dude. Well, I thought for sure that that was going to activate at a later time. So, I mean, one other thing that I can mention about dying in this game is that this game does actually give you additional credits to continue on if you do end up losing all your lives, but you still end up going back to the start of the stage anyway, so I don't exactly know what the point of it is, but still though, I'm gonna see if I can try to, okay, well I was gonna see if I can try to kill Mr. Chicken Man here, but I freaking died again. I mean, if there is one thing that I can say about the game's level design, it does kind of feel sometimes like you can only really, like, actually be successful at this game through trial and error. Because that's kind of what it feels at times, because it does really feel at times like there are some things in this game that you just can't possibly predict no matter what. Especially when there's enemies that are coming at you from all sides and coming from behind in some cases. Like, it just kind of feels like there is no possible way that you could be able to complete these kinds of levels perfectly on your first attempt. Like, that just does not seem like a possibility of any sort. And that was the thing that I realized pretty quickly about this game when I was playing it off screen. It really does feel like this is one of those games where you can only, like, truly beat any of the levels in this game through trial and error. And there's a part of me that doesn't really like that all too much. I don't know if the other Thunder Force games have that issue as well, but I don't know, man. It just feels like there's a lot of trial and error bullshit that goes on in this game sometimes. But I'm gonna keep trying. Like, the main goal that I have for this video is that I want to try and at least beat one of the bosses, but if I can't do that, then I'll just show off the other levels. Like, you know, we already have the first 5 levels opened up to us anyway, so it's honestly not a big loss if we end up, you know, not being able to kill anything. I actually managed to get through all of that without losing a single life. Okay, let's freaking go. Oh god. Okay, I still have my claws. I actually still have my claws. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, I don't have my claws anymore, but I still have my dignity, and that's what counts at the end of the day, right? I still got my dignity. Yeah, this guy does jump back sometimes. Oh my goodness. Would this be a better weapon to use just because it's more of a straight shot? Maybe it would. Okay, I guess I can't go all the way down there because it, like, it freaking kills me. I mean, I'm thinking that the hitbox for that wouldn't be so large, but I guess it is. Okay, there we go. He's actually dead. Yeah, I guess the hitboxes on those fireballs are surprisingly large, dude. So I can't just, like, go down to kill him. That's not gonna work. Oh god, we're going straight to Gorgon? Okay, well, I know what this level is. This level is cursed. Don't hit the rocks because they're going to fall apart and they're gonna create even more projectiles that you need to dodge. Those guys fire giant laser beams. Avoid that too at all costs if you can. Good lord. Okay, that's a cyborg. I mean, those guys are pretty easy to kill. There we go. Even with the standard weapons. God, there's like some... Look at this background, by the way. This background... How did I even dodge that? Okay, well, I just... This is what I meant when I said that this game is like sensory overload in its purest form. Because, like, look at this crap, dude. I mean, even look at the background. Look at what the background's doing. I don't know, kind of like the Sega Genesis own version of Mode 7. Oh, this is a boomerang, by the way. Or, well, not really a boomerang, but it's more like a wave. Oh yeah, there's a speed up section right here where everything starts moving extremely fast and you have a bunch of phoenixes that start attacking you. And yes, all of the walls in this level in particular can actually kill you instantly, just for the record, so try not to crash into them. Goodness gracious, okay. Yeah, the speed up section's not that difficult to take care of, though. It actually isn't. I don't really have that difficult of a time with that section anymore, so that's good at least. There we go. If you're just getting the same weapon, then you just get 1,000 points, I think. I'm pretty sure you also get additional lives for getting, like, a big score. I'm pretty sure that's also a thing in this game. Oh god, because it is more like an arcade-style shoot 'em up. That's an extra life down there, but I don't trust those Mario-esque fireballs down there, so I'm not even gonna bother. Not even going to bother. Those little ships that are moving around, by the way, those actually give you additional lives. Okay, that was actually a troll. I think I did get an additional life somewhere from just getting some points. I'm pretty sure. Okay, this guy... Okay, well that was my fault, because I barely even attempted to avoid that. Here. Make it move across the ground. What's gonna happen here? Okay, well nothing happened there apparently. Wait, I am at the boss. I've never actually seen this boss before. Oh, there's 2 bosses. Okay. Well, it's kinda cursed in a way. But, hit him in the eyeballs, maybe? Okay, well... That's what I meant when I said that, yeah, the floor kills you. The floor actually does kill you in this game if you crash into it. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about right there, guys. But this is also what I meant when I said that the levels in this game are actually really short, because we already got to the boss there, and we were only playing that level for like 2 minutes. I mean, I already managed to kill one of the bosses, so I at least feel good about that, but how about we try something that's just a little less chaotic, because I didn't know that was actually the next level it was gonna send me to. I don't know if Gorgon actually is the second level of the game, but it certainly feels like it's one of the hardest, so I don't know. Let's go to Ellis. I think I remember what this level is. Okay, target mobile fort, weak point is the control unit. Okay, I think I do know what this is. This is, oh yeah, this is the ice planet. The ice planet is kind of weird, and I'm gonna show you why it's weird. Yeah, that turret over there. Yeah, because you have giant snakes. Oh yeah, you just have big ol' robot cyborg snakes that just spit fireballs at you. Oh yeah, these guys who also have really weird attack patterns. Okay, everyone. I mean, basically everything in this game has a weird attack pattern, but there we go. There we go. Okay, these guys that are just rotating around, just, okay, don't hit the spears. Don't hit the big spears. Oh my god, these guys that fire missiles diagonally. More serpents. Oh yeah, those icicles that come down. But those icicles are kind of interesting, though, because you can actually move them back. Like, look at this. You can push them back down. I decided to just crash into it. Don't do that. Definitely do not crash into them. Oh yeah, and then there's icicles that just fall down. They just fall down, rain down on you. But at least, see, I at least like that because the game actually gives you an indication that the icicles are coming down on you. Because they actually, like, they spawn in. You can see them spawning in. Everything else, they don't spawn in. They just appear because they want to. And it's freaking odd. Okay, there we go. There we go. Everything's just closing. Yeah, but we're also scrolling diagonally here, as you can see. Yeah, this guy is actually evil. Because, I think... Okay, well, I actually did get an extra life, because that guy gives you 5,000 points if you kill him. So, that's pretty good. That's pretty nice, actually. So, I mean, you're almost guaranteed to get an extra life from that guy, pretty much, because usually by that point, you will be at, like, 15,000 points if you are actually good at the game, which I most certainly am not, but still. Yeah, so this is a pretty cool level, though, like, figuratively and literally, because you got a bunch of icicles that you can just push down. There we go. You have some control over the environment. If you want the icicles to stay down, you can just push them out of the way. There we go. Don't let the icicles bully you. You bully the icicles instead. Okay, so we're scrolling vertically now, and I'm just no longer paying attention anymore. That's perfect. Yeah, so, you're gonna see icicles that fall upwards. Makes literally no sense, but it's a video game. It's not supposed to. Yeah, so you just have more icicles that fall down. I do believe that this is the final section before the boss of this level in particular. So yeah, this is where this, like, backward shooting laser would definitely come in handy. And actually, this is where the boss is located, in this room. I never managed to beat this boss, just for the record, but I do want to show you him, at the very least. It's the least that I could do, okay? The least that I could do. Look at this dude. Okay, this guy... Okay, don't stay in the center, because this guy actually fires, like, a bunch of... Oh my god, this guy fires a bunch of freaking ships at you as well. Okay, well... Dream's dead already. I mean, that doesn't really seem like the most difficult attack pattern to nail down, but at the same time, it's just like... Yeah, everything happens in this game so freaking quickly, like you have almost no time to react to anything. Alright, you wanna know what's probably my least favorite level in this entire game, though? This one right here, Hades. Target G Lobster, that's an amazing name. Weak point is his eye. I have managed to make it to the G Lobster before, I'm pretty certain, but this level is an actual troll, okay? This entire level is an absolute troll because, yeah, the ground actually moves around in this level, and it's terrible. It's genuinely atrocious. Those laser beams are genuinely atrocious as well. Okay, yeah, you got these little bubbles that you have to destroy. I mean, some of the enemies in this level are not actually that hard to, like, take out, but, like, yeah, see? I mean, like, if you're playing this for the very first time, there is absolutely no way in hell that you could possibly predict that's going to happen. I don't think there's any cue that that's gonna happen either. So, like, I don't know about this level, man. This is some weird-ass level design right here. Well, maybe, well, yeah, I mean, it's not... Well, I don't know. Again, it's very, very trial and error. This is what I was talking about before. Okay, I'm not gonna... I'm just... That's an actual troll right there. Because it keeps moving upwards. Oh my god. Yeah, see, and then that upgrade over there. Oh yeah, the falling rock as well. I forgot about that too. Oh god, the swinging rocks as well. Some of which I don't think you can actually avoid, so it's like, where do you go? Where do you freaking go? You go all the way to the left, and you still die regardless. It's just like, what are you even supposed to do in this level? Fallen rocks everywhere? It's like, you can't predict any of this crap. That's what I was saying, man. Like, this level right here feels like the most trial and error, in my opinion. Because it's like, you would have to replay this level, like, over and over to actually get that pattern down. Because that's just wild, man. See, I at least know now that it's gonna shift right there, because I've already played this enough times to know that that's gonna happen. But if you're playing this for your first time ever, there is no way that you'll be able to predict that. Just no way in hell, dude. So it's just like, oh god, I don't even know. See, it's also at least good to switch to my other weapons as well, because I won't actually lose my, my rockets that move across the ground. I won't lose them if I just end up using my default weapons here. I do think that on the harder difficulty levels, though, you actually do lose all your weapons when you die, including your default ones. Oh my god, what am I doing right now? I completely missed the claws again, by the way. The claws were also in the second game as well, if I remember correctly. Oh my god, this is... See, like, how do you even get to the F? You can't get to the F, because you get F'd in the A, dude! Like, what is that all about? Like, the F literally gets stuck in the wall, because the ground shifts upwards, and then you can't get to it. It's like, what do you even do about that? What do you even do about that? Yeah, this level is absolutely ridiculous, dude. I don't know. I'm not personally a fan of this level at all. Okay, maybe I should have actually, like, tried slowing down a little bit there. I don't know, is too I'm just, okay. See, this is also another thing I was worried about as well, because you really need to pay attention to everything that's happening in this game at any given point in time. Like, you can't stop to say anything or speak your mind about anything, honestly. Like, oh my god. Yeah, you have to concentrate on this game at all times, dude, otherwise you're not gonna succeed. That's also why I was worried at first about, like, doing commentary on this game, because it's just like, this game is impossible to play unless you're actually paying attention to every little thing that's going on. It's basically impossible. This is one of those shoot-'em-ups that is quite literally, like I said before, sensory overload in its purest form. God, all of these rockets are absolutely wild. What in the world? Wild rockets. Oh yeah, those rockets are heat-seeking, by the way, because those actually track you. Yeah, they track your movement. Yeah, they even track your movement through the walls. Yeah, because, you know, You can't fire crap through walls, but the enemies can, which is perfectly fair, right? Perfectly fair. God, why am I having such a hard time with these cannons all of a sudden, and these bubbles? What is going on? What am I doing here? Do I just want to use this? I mean, I'm gonna die anyway, if I end up dying again. So, I mean, this is not gonna matter. Big laser beam? I mean, we could use this in the meantime, just to show it off. I just ran right into the rock. Of course I did. I mean, I'm gonna be real, like, some of this is most certainly my fault. Like, me just forgetting that the rock was gonna fall there, even though I saw it fall before. Some of it's my fault. I will fully admit that. But there are other times where I feel like it's not my fault. It's just, like, such bizarre level design that you can't predict. Everything's just moving around. Everything's constantly shifting. And I mean, I get that the whole theme of this level in particular is that this entire planet right here is basically like a gigantic rock, and we're actually inside of it, and, you know, just earthquakes happening and the ground's constantly shifting. Like, it makes sense thematically, but, like, still, it's just such, like, you can't predict what exactly is going to happen until it's too late. Like, not if you're playing this for your first time. If this is like your first playthrough of the game, there's no way you can predict any of this stuff. Like, absolutely not. It's just not possible, man. It's just not possible. See, it's a little bit easier for me to play this now because I actually know what's going to happen. What's the point of even getting that S? Is that S just like a trap of some sort? Because there's no way you can, like, pick up the S and then book it out of there immediately. Like, there's no way you can do that. There's absolutely no way. What is this L? I don't remember. Oh, this is the thing that upgrades this weapon. Okay, hang on. Yeah, see, like, how do you get through that as well? Is there any way to actually get through that without killing yourself? Oh yeah, there's also this weapon as well that... Oh, this is heat-seeking as well. Yeah, see, this is just a dead end. It's a dead end, dude. Oh, wait, no. We're going back. Oh, okay. Oh, right, that is an actual troll and a half, dude. Come on. Come on. I don't know if this is the boss. I don't think it is. I'm dead anyway. Oh my god, dude. This is just insane. This is actually insane, dude. Okay. You know what? You got me there. You got me. That time it actually just trolled me because I thought that was straight up a dead end, but then it started scrolling back. Oh my god. This game. Because, I mean, I never saw that, because I was never able to get up to that point in that level before, so I never actually saw that before. Okay, you got me good there, alright? You got me good. Good meme there, good joke. But also, frick you, I'm going to Seirin next. I'm gonna show off this stage, and then we're gonna be done. So, do you guys want to go underwater? I know how gamers love their underwater stages. Well, here's an underwater stage in a shoot-'em-up. And, it's actually not as cursed as underwater levels usually are. So, the gimmick in this level right here is that you have these air currents that are pushing you upwards constantly. That can kind of mess you up at times, though. Oh my god, okay, there's also these guys that spawn in, and they're super duper fast. Just get out of the way there. Oh yeah, you have these underwater mines as well that will explode if you don't destroy them quick enough, but that doesn't matter, I got an extra life anyway. There's also some of these cannons that shoot electricity, this giant cyborg octopus that fires bubbles that kill you for some reason. Okay, yeah, I'm just not even, like, paying attention to anything anymore. How many times have I said that by now? Probably, like, a million. Oh yeah, there's also this guy, yeah, this little ball right here that just rotates, fires a bunch of bullets, and then it launches itself at you, and you actually can't destroy it. I think it is indestructible. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this level in particular, but yeah, all these air currents that are pushing you upwards, and you can tell because there's bubbles that are rising up from the ground. So, or from, like, the ocean floor, more specifically, or more accurately. Oh yeah, there's this big boy right here that also fires, like, yellow bubbles. The only way you can kill him is by hitting him in the center, but as you can see, he fires big waves, and I crashed into a wall and died. It's great. I am this close to just having my gamer card completely revoked. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Like, it gets a lot easier the more times that you replay the game, but it's like, when you're playing this for your first time, I was just like, I was really caught off guard. by all of the trolling that was going on in this level design here, because I feel like a lot of this level design is just straight up trolling. Especially with that one section where it was like, oh, it's a dead end, haha, but then it starts scrolling back, and then you get another, like, giant-ass enemy that you have to kill. Which I don't believe is the boss. I don't think that was actually G-Lobster that we were fighting, so... Yeah, and not only that, but it also has, like, the little, emergency text that flashes across the screen when you actually encounter the bosses. So that's another way you can tell. I don't think these octopus dudes can actually be destroyed. Okay, wait a second, did I actually manage to destroy the ball that time? Why was I not able to do that before? Does it have a weak spot? Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore. There's a bunch of robots that are just bouncing up and down. They're very excited. They're hyperactive. Kind of like me at times, but what are those? Those are not lobsters themselves. What do you call those creatures? I don't know what they're modeled after, but bubbles. Big bubbles. I mean, you can also tell that you're doing damage to some of the enemies when your shots actually turn red. Because you'll notice that when your bullets, like, collide with certain objects, yeah, you see that there's, like, a little blue explosion. That means you're not actually doing damage with your shots, but when the explosions are red, that means you are doing damage. So that's one of the ways you can tell. If the explosions are red, you're doing damage to the enemy, but if they're blue, then they're actually blocking your attacks. They're blocking your shots. Okay, don't hit me. Okay, well, I literally predicted that was gonna happen. Okay, I'm just gonna move through it. Well, that's what happens when I move through it. You have the crazy balls that just get ya. Oh, actually, there's the emergency right there, but, I mean, that's what I was saying when I said that a lot of these levels were very short as well. Because that was apparently where the boss was located. Yeah, if nothing else kills you in this particular level, then the crazy balls will. The crazy balls will get you. I don't know why I'm calling them that, but whatever. I'm overwhelmed, okay? I am actually overwhelmed right now. And oftentimes I say that in an ironic manner, but this is one of those instances where I am, like, genuinely overwhelmed, okay? This is really not the kind of game that I, as a neurodivergent person, should really be playing, because this is, like... This is actually too much for my brain to handle at times, and I really do mean that, by the way. I'm not actually joking when I say that. Like, this is too much sometimes. Too much visual stimulus happening, and it's just, ugh. I mean, I love shoot-'em-ups, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of shoot-'em-ups that I really enjoy playing, but this is one of those shoot-'em-ups that goes, like, really overboard with its visual spectacle, I feel. I mean, it still looks really good for an early Genesis title. Not as good as Thunder Force 4, obviously, because I have seen Thunder Force 4 on the Genesis before as well. That game looks significantly more beautiful than this. It's also significantly more laggy than this game too, though, which is why I wanted to play Thunder Force 3 instead. But, yeah, man, I don't know, I still wanted to play this regardless, because I just wanted to show you guys this game, like, just how insane this game actually gets at times. And just keep in mind that there's 3 other stages beyond this, but you can only play those stages when you beat the first 5, and I don't think that's gonna be happening anytime soon. So, I don't think I'm gonna bother, honestly. I don't think I am going to bother. I'm probably gonna be ending this video after this, this last attempt that I'm gonna do here. Oh god, the crazy balls didn't get me that time. Oh Jesus, okay, well that one did. That one did, but I think I got an extra life because I got 20k points. Okay, cool. Okay, kingfish, boy, person, people, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Open your eyes so I can blind you. Okay, well that worked out very well. This guy launches rings at you, by the way. He launches onion rings. Just straight up onion rings, dude. Oh god. Okay, wait a second. No, okay, well, he baited me with that ring shot right there. I should have went upwards. I shouldn't have gone down. Well, actually, I don't think I should have moved at all, actually. I probably would have survived if I just didn't move. Yeah, so, I think that's where we're actually going to end it for now, guys. I think so. Yeah. That's Thunder Force 3. I am completely deceased inside, so I think that's a good stopping point for now. Yeah, so that's not the entire game for the record, because there are 3 other stages after that, but again, you only get to play the 3 stages that take place inside Orn headquarters itself after you beat the first 5 default stages, I guess you could say. So, I think other than that, though, I am done. I really just wanted to show this game off to you guys today, though, because this is an insane shoot 'em up, dude. It is just sensory overload to the max, and there's part of me that loves it, but part of me that is also very alienated by it in a way. But overall, I do think that it is still a very good shoot 'em up. It's a very well-crafted shoot 'em up for absolute sure. I just wish that, you know, the levels were not designed in such a way that it really felt like you could only complete them through trial and error, because it really does feel that way sometimes. Like, it's really not that difficult for me anymore, because I know all the different patterns that the enemies are going to attack in now that I have played these levels a few times, but part of me still wishes that the levels were designed in a way that you didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? I wish they were designed in a way so that it didn't feel like you had to replay them multiple times in order to actually, like, you know, understand all of the attack patterns that the enemies were doing. That being said, though, I did at least manage to beat the Hydra stage, because I actually killed the boss of that stage, so I'm very proud of that, because I was not able to beat any of the bosses off stage, or off screen, I mean, before recording this video, so I'm proud of that. I already got one stage down, okay? I conquered one stage, now I have 7 more to go. And I mean, this is definitely one of those games where I actually do want to try and get better at playing it. You know, it's not one of those games that has alienated me completely to the point where I just don't want to go anywhere near it anymore. Like, I genuinely want to try and become better at this game and see if I can actually, like, see it through to the very end. Because, I mean, even though there's a lot of, like, really trolly stuff in this game, I feel, it still feels playable. And it does still feel like the game gives me a chance to succeed, which I assume is probably why so many people love the Souls games. I don't know, I guess in a way this kind of feels like the Dark Souls of shoot 'em ups, but yeah, I want to try and get better at this for sure. I just wish there wasn't so much trolly crap in some of the levels. Like, the Hades level is probably the worst one in that regard, because all of those swinging rocks, like, I don't even know how to avoid some of those. I'm not sure if you even can. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's still a very well-designed shoot 'em up regardless. Still very fun to play. The weapons are actually, like, genuinely awesome, especially when you can, when you finally get to upgrade them and you see so many freaking rockets and lasers and waves just traveling across the screen. Certainly seems like the frame rate in this game is a lot more stable than Thunder Force 4, but I imagine that's probably because it's nowhere near as graphically intensive as the 4th game. And I don't know, maybe I'll come back at some point in the future and maybe try to play the 4th game as well, and just see how different it is from the 3rd game, and maybe also do that with the 2nd game as well, because the 2nd game also came out on the Genesis. But yeah, just a really chaotic shoot 'em up that I wanted to show you guys, and I had been meaning to show you guys for a while. Like, this video has been at least, I would say, maybe 2 or 3 years in the making, maybe even longer. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act as if it actually took me 2 to 3 years to actually produce this video, because it only took me like an hour, because I mean, my OBS recording time is not even at an hour yet. But yeah, there you go, Thunder Force 3, one of the most hyperactive shoot 'em ups I think I've ever played in my life. I'm at least glad that I managed to defeat one of the bosses in this stage, so I feel like I don't, like, completely suck ass, even though I definitely still suck quite a bit of ass at this game, but still, it really does feel like I'm actually improving, which I think is a good thing. So, if you want to purchase this game, you can purchase the arcade version of Thunder Force 3 on the Nintendo Switch, which I guess I will link you guys to. I don't believe that you can buy the Genesis version of Thunder Force 3 anywhere else. I think you can only get the arcade version. You can't buy the Genesis port on the Switch. I think Thunder Force 2 you can actually get through Nintendo Switch Online, but Thunder Force 3 and 4 have not been made available through that service, although Thunder Force 4, the Genesis port of Thunder Force 4, is available on the Switch as a separate purchase, like it's something that you can actually buy separately. So I mean, hopefully they bring the Genesis port of Thunder Force 3 to Nintendo Switch Online eventually, but for now you can purchase Thunder Force AC, which is the arcade version of the game, on the Switch, as a separate purchase. So I guess I'll provide that link in the description instead, even though it's not the same version of the game, but still, it's something. And also, I want to clarify as well that this game is not available on the Sega Genesis Classics compilation on Steam, cause, again, I went to the Steam Workshop in order to find a ROM of this, which is also what I did with a couple of other Genesis titles that I've showcased on the channel in the past. But you can get the arcade version of Thunder Force 3 on the Switch. You can't get the Genesis version, unfortunately, but until they make the Genesis port of Thunder Force 3 available on Nintendo Switch Online, perhaps, yeah, that's pretty much your only way to play Thunder Force 3 in modern times, by playing the arcade version, which isn't even the same version of Thunder Force 3. And yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna leave things for now, because I don't really have anything more to say, except, I love this game, but also frick this game to hell and back at the same time. So, there you go. Will there be Thunder Force 2 and 4 videos coming in the near future? Perhaps, but I don't know. I'll think about it, okay? Let me think about that just for now, okay? And while I think that over, thank you guys for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video I make. Later!